Hello folks! Today I want to show you my thoughts on a long distance get home bag. Some folks will think that this bag is closer to a bug out bag, inch bag, survival bag, or refugee bag. That's okay. This loadout is a little eclectic. This bag has the items that I feel would be critical if it would take me more than a week to get home and my options of resupply would be limited. With that in mind, weight takes a back seat to sustainability. Now before I start reviewing all the gear, let me say that I'm not some survival expert. I do not go into the woods where I survive for weeks at a time. This pack is based on my experiences growing up camping, hiking, and long-distance bicycle tours. I hope this gives me a balanced approach. Now here's the bag I carry for this distance. It is an Eberly stock half-track. There is a link below to my review of this backpack. All up, with water and gear, my bag weighs 55 pounds. 6.5 pounds is the dry weight of the pack. I know that's heavy. And I have 4.5 pounds of water from my car survival kit, leaving 44 pounds in gear and food. As you can see, I have my tent and sleeping system attached to the outside of the bag. I also have an emergency first aid kit, blowout kit on the left-hand side, a firearms cleaning kit attached to the back, that's the little pouch on the top, and I also have a water bottle on the right-hand side. This is a little heavier than I would like, but hopefully I will have my folding bicycle and trailer with me to transport it, and my feet and back will be my last resort. Now I know I will hear it again, that bag is too tactical looking. You are going to make yourself a target. Folks, I fly a lot. Let me tell you, there are tons of tactical backpacks out there today. I'm not going to stick out as much as you may think. Also, consider this. If you can only buy one backpack and it has to last the rest of your life, what would it be? Would it be a lightweight pack that only lasts a season or two? Would it be a school backpack that blends in? Or would it be a hunting/military pack that is built for durability and to last? Now on to the contents of the bag. Again, I'm not going to make you watch me pull everything out. Instead, I will present them in groups according to the rule of threes: air, shelter, water, food, and then my own categories of navigation, communication, first aid, and miscellaneous tools. Many of these items you have seen in past videos. For the sake of brevity, I will cover those quickly and provide links to additional videos below. The first category is air, and nothing is different here from my other get-home bags. It's basically an N95 mask, a shamag, sunglass clip-ons, a cleaning cloth for my glasses, and then safety glasses. If you're going to be biking, safety glasses are a must for biking in the rain, dust, and anything that might be blowing in the wind like bugs. So you can't always be wearing your sunglasses during rain and low light conditions, so having a spare pair of clear lenses definitely helps you when you are biking. The second category is shelter. As always, this starts out with an appropriate change of clothes, outerwear, and footwear. See my past videos for recommendations in this area if you need them. Now to the structure part of shelter. I've swapped out my tarp for my Eureka one-man tent, and I have a sleeping pad and quilt as opposed to the bivy and blanket. Those are in the Sea to Summit compression dry bag that you see there on the upper left. See the links below for an overview of the tent and my sleeping system. This may seem counterintuitive as I am carrying more weight at a greater distance, but I am emphasizing survivability and comfort now. At a high level, I have my Eureka tent and an REI sleeping pad, a Sea to Summit Thermolite Extreme Sleeping Bag Liner, a Thermarest sleeping quilt, a Soul Survival bivy. The orange bag has my change of underwear and base layer and serves as my pillow. I have a mosquito net if the bugs are an issue. And then for cold climates, I still have my car's thermal shade and survival tarp for additional insulation, and I've added some hand and body warmers. The transition between shelter and water is fire. Do not underestimate the need and difficulty in making fire. I was once on a 17-day trek where it rained 13 days in a row. Making fire is not always that easy. In my previous kits, you've seen my fire steel, lighters, stormproof matches, magnesium blocks, flares, Fresnel lenses, magnifying glasses, Vaseline soaked cotton balls, Esbit cubes. I've added a lot more here along with wet fires. Again, I've added more there. And I've added 2 beeswax candles as well to help start fires. I have my Pathfinder stainless steel cup, lid, and bail. And to all of that, I have added an MSR pocket rocket stove along with 2 MSR canisters. They fit inside that stainless steel cup very well, cushioned by the handkerchief that you see underneath there to keep them from clinking around. I have some fatwood sticks along with my emberlit stove that I'll use if and when I have the opportunity. I have a large sheet of tinfoil folded up inside of there to use as a base for making fire or as a windshield. And then I have my basic spoon, fork, knife, and long spork for reaching into the bottom of those Mountain House bags. The next category is water. In my previous kits, you've seen the coffee filter, rubber bands, the Shimog, water purification tablets, 4 bottles of Dasani water from my car EDC. You already saw the stainless steel cup, lid, and bail. To these, I've added a smaller Hygiene bottle because it rides better on my hip. I also have a Platypus 1 liter collapsible water bottle. And for the water bladder in my pack, I'm using a Source 1 liter bladder with the hose off my Camelback bladder because I like its on-off feature better when you remove the mouthpiece. This fits in the crazy little radio pouch in the half-track backpack, and as a note, it also fits in my Colossus shoulder bag, so it's a kind of a twofer. I also have the water bottle from my bicycle, so I'm still able to carry 3 liters of water. Notice that I've switched from my Katadyn water filter to a Sawyer Mini. This saves me 2 pounds, and that little blue hose that you see there in the Ziploc baggie, that's an attachment that I made that allows me to attach it to the Source water bladder so I can fill the bladder while it is in the pack. The next category is food, and it hasn't changed that much. I've just upped the quantity of Mountain House meals, Cliff bars, MedRx bars, and peanuts with the addition of a dry bag so I can hang it bear bag style if I'm out in the woods where wildlife is an issue. For hiking along the trail, I have vitamin C drops and Altoids to kind of keep me going. The next category is navigation, and it's still the same. It's made up of maps from my car EDC, the GPS on my smartphone, a pair of binoculars, a compass, a watch, headlamps, and some marking tape. If you're going to be riding at night, make sure you have a very strong headlamp that can throw a beam out in front of you, and also a light for the back of your bike so that people can see you. Communications is still the same. The differences are in the power for some of the devices. Now I have my Goal Zero Nomad 7 solar panel, plus the power adapters to recharge my radio and phone. So I still have my Wuzon radio, but I have the adapters and I have some extra batteries for it since I plan on being out longer. You've already seen my smartphone, but I also have a MiFi, an iPod that has a radio on it, a whistle, a mirror, binoculars, flashlights and battery-powered glow sticks, my wallet with my identification, my medic alert with my allergies. I have a Write in the Rain notepad with a pen and Sharpie. You've already seen some marking tape and a flare. Obviously there's a lot of things in other categories that can also be used for communication. The focus here is upgrading so that your communications stay up. You're able to recharge the battery on the radio, the battery on the iPod, and the battery on the iPhone. The next category is first aid, and there's a lot of individual items here, which I'm going to cover in a separate video, which you can find in the link down below. So instead of covering first aid, I'm going to cover hygiene. Along those lines, I've included some bio wipes and some TP, that should be self-explanatory, some Purell hand sanitizer, some Vaseline and cotton balls, use those for wounds or for making fire. Some earplugs for sleeping, some nail clippers and hangnail clippers, a razor, tweezers, chapstick, Orajel, toothbrush, toothpaste, dental floss, which has multiple uses, soap and shampoo, and then a microfiber towel and washcloth. Staying clean while traveling will help you stay healthy while traveling. We've reached the final category of tools, and we're going to start off with tools specific to the bicycle. Obviously you need a helmet. Then I have a beanie to wear under the helmet in cold weather, bicycle tubes in case you get a flat, a pump as well, a patch kit for repairing holes in bicycle tubes, a pair of gloves, a pair of tire levers, and a compact tool set specific to bicycles containing Allen keys and screwdrivers that are required. And here is the final category of miscellaneous tools. In the large brown pouch, I have a firearms cleaning kit along with a knife sharpening kit. It has all your patches, oil, cleaning rods, sharpening stones, everything that you could want inside of there. I have my Fisker's axe because I'm not that worried about weight using the trailer, and it's a lot better for splitting wood than my knife is for batoning. I also have my survival saw, my Gerber knife, my Smith & Wesson lockback knife that I use most of the time, a small can opener, and then I have a couple Leatherman tools. The little silver one there is a TSA approved one, doesn't have a blade on it, so I can carry it on a plane, and above it I have my Leatherman mutt. I have 2 sets of mechanics gloves because I find that one pair always ends up wet. Rolled up, I have a couple contractor bags. I also believe you can never have enough cordage, so I have some zip ties as well as 2 25-foot lengths of paracord, as well as 50 feet on the spool tool. I also have about 20 feet of twine there that can also be split apart to help make fire. I have my NIV New Testament for inspiration, a tool for your soul, as well as a set of playing cards to kill time if the weather is bad or for some reason I can't travel. Again, as I've jokingly said, I know how to tie knots, just not the right kind of knots, so I have my little quick reference deck of how to tie appropriate knots. I have my quick cams and some rings for setting up ridge lines or for setting up bear bags and trees. Some more small lengths of cordage. I have some shot cord there as well. I have a plethora of small light sticks from my car EDC. These are great for if you're biking at night to put on the back of the trailer so people can see it as they're coming up on you, or just for hanging in the tent. They last about 8 to 10 hours. I have an extra survival blanket as well, and also a spare flashlight from my car EDC. I have a couple carabiners. They're climbing rated. I do not have a climbing rope there, but if I needed to pull my backpack up into a tree that weighs 50 pounds, want to make sure it's not going to come down on me or my tent. I also have some electrical tape and some duct tape for patching holes in clothing, gear, tents, or packs, or using to affix bandages. So here's everything on the trailer. Normally this would all be inside a contractor bag, but I wanted to show you that it all did in fact fit. The other thing about putting all of your gear on a trailer is that you want the center of gravity to be just in front of that axle. You don't want it behind because that will make your bike twitchy, and you don't want it too far forward, putting a lot of weight on your frame and on the hitch connection. So this is my long distance bag. I changed out to a more durable shelter, upgraded my fire making capabilities with a backpack stove, transitioned to a lighter water filter, and increased the amount of food I plan to carry. And I added a hygiene section to my first aid supplies. Well, what do you think about the changes and additions? I'm interested in your thoughts regarding what I might be missing, what you think I shouldn't be carrying. Please submit your questions and suggestions in the comments section, and always, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.